stream link.
Well, you're still tired, and it shows.
You had one job, Zach.
You're so fine, Zach. You got this.
Here, I'll just... Yeah, that was always there.
It was always there.
Always
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
What do you mean edited?
Yeah,
I didn't see anything.
Yeah, I didn't see anything. It totally didn't pop up in bot comments or anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm in mod commands for some reason.
I don't know why that's in bot commands. Whatever.
I close the window. I see nothing.
Ooh, I almost forgot to pull up my D&D notebook.
Zach, we've been cooking in our group chat.
Good. You're gonna have a lot of time to role play today. I have
the spider theories. The spider theories are scary.
Better role play, potential fight to start with.
We have a session where it's kind of rare because I have 2 of this campaign going in the same region. I actually have a lot of paths prepared. Just because I'm always trying to prepare ahead of whichever way it looks like you're going each session. So we'll see what you all do. Maybe you'll just sort this out and go chill with Delia and say okay.
Zach, would you bless us with the D100 roll?
I can certainly give it a roll if you want to see what luck's looking like today. Ooh,
pretty good.
Pretty good.
It's almost full up.
Cleared before it showed.
Thank you.
It was a 32.
We will not have a Cyrus today either, unfortunately. They were very sorry about it, but I said, don't worry, life happens. They'll be back next week.
He's off doing a drag contest. Off campaign.
Oh my god.
He's being blue. It's okay.
But yes, would anyone like to give a little recap of what happened last time?
You know, if nobody else wants to do it, I will do it.
Go for it.
I'll open the floor to anyone else. Okay, I will do it. So, last week on Domain of Demons, right? We came across some people called the Forlorn in the previous session, but we ended up getting swarmed by some spiders, and you know, we take out some spiders. There's some big, massive, hulking ones, and there's a couple like little small ones, and then there's this really tiny one that has like psychic powers that started taking things away from our minds. Someone nearly lost the ability to fireball. Someone lost their action surge. Things were just not looking right in that moment. And we found out we had an executioner set after us. We did go back to the Forlorn camp and we met Nazim and plenty of other colorful characters at that camp. We found out that they have a portal to Midbury from out of Ibris, and we were on a quest to be proven, but not before we ate a bunch of force damage eggs. We made one really hefty omelet from all of the eggs, ate it up. All of us took force damage, and Scarlet ended up getting a stat raise from it, and did not take damage. And then, here we are now, after a little trekking about, heading back to camp, we meet up again with a Lady Soria and her goons, as we can only see.
They're just cresting over a slightly higher platform. I've just realized that my stairs on this map are not perfectly placed. I hate it. There we go. We'll call that good. You may all join me on Ibris Path 4.
Am I good to mark for a
Inspiration? Certainly.
Thank you
Ooh,
very
path
much.
4. Oh my god.
Lady Zoria is on the crest of the horizon. You can see a number of other people just up a little short ways. They're maybe 70 feet away. Lady Zoria looks over and says, "You all.
So?
You're not looking the best today, are you?" Here, I'll
I'm looking
unlock
quite fine,
intelligence.
actually.
Thank you.
We had some bad eggs.
Yeah,
I
we
feel
really
perfectly
did have
fine,
some bad
actually.
eggs.
Scarlett's like, I feel perfectly fine. I actually feel a little wiser after that for some reason. I don't know.
You know, eggs do that, okay? You know?
Up front, folks,
apparently
don't
I'm-
come any closer.
Okay. We'll stay back.
A number of the mercenaries line up front, leveling crossbows. And then she's going to take a single step up, right to the edge. What's a bunch of random would-be adventurers doing siding with the Weaver?
You know, I don't think back there we were necessarily siding with the Weaver. We were more just protecting some, like, guy that we had no idea about.
Are you going to stay out of our way this time?
Depends.
What you
What are
doing
y'all
now?
up to?
Surveying and clearing out threats.
What do these threats include? Just so we know, obviously. We'd like to be in the know of danger afoot.
And
You know.
mostly the dark spiders.
Oh, maybe you know this information too, but we actually know a bit about the dark spiders now. We faced a couple of our own.
Figure steps up into view. With blue and gold robes and blonde hair, pointy ears. They say, "You have knowledge of the dark spiders. Have you battled them?"
Yes, we have.
A lot of them.
Hmm.
Pretty scary.
Do you perhaps know how to communicate with them?
Telepathically?
I think that's
Telepathy.
how one of them communicated with us. They entered our minds.
No verbal language, probably.
They stole or tried to steal abilities from us. One of them did, I think.
Lady Soria kind of looks between this other figure and then you all. She just rolls her shoulders a bit and stows her sword back on her back. Alright, we'll
Scarlet
call
does
it a
the same.
truce then,
Scarlet does the same as her sword's been drawn this whole time.
And a number of them are going to come down to meet you all. Actually, all of them.
Yay!
Love these two guys on the steps. The rest kind of fan out a little bit. Soria steps up. The elven man will hold a hand out to the open air and say, "I am Lucerian."
Scarlet will take his hand. Scarlet locks.
Good to meet you. There's not many down here with much sense, it seems.
Yeah. Various people around. We've met quite a few different folk.
So, can we ask what you're surveying Ibris for? Or is that like top secret information? Because we won't pry, but you know.
We're here surveying for new trade routes. If we can move them through Ibris, well, there would be no telling how much profit could be made. Hundreds
Oh.
of gold could be saved on otherwise grueling journeys.
Suppose you wouldn't have to travel by ship then.
Precisely. And Soria will huff a little bit and say, yes, an expedition I've been personally asked to handle and given a number of officials to aid with. Lucerian is one, the other is Samus. They seem to have an opposing view of how things should be done. I currently favor Samus, but I don't really care how we get the job done.
Nothing like a little spat. But I'm sure it's nothing like a spat. I think it's just more opposing sides. But that's it. Am I allowed to step closer now? Is that a thing?
Oh, yes, of course. We have
Okay.
a truce now. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah. So those dark spiders, right? You're going around clearing them out. Try not to have many of your men die. Because I know that's a lot easier said than done, but they take the bodies.
They take
Yeah.
living ones too sometimes.
Living
Yeah.
ones. We haven't lost
Also
many
keep
yet.
your wit.
Keep our wits.
Yeah, like Scarlet said earlier, they have a spider that could potentially take away abilities.
Interesting.
They took away my accent search. They took away my ability to.
It
Like kind of
we
my
seem to
strength.
lose parts of ourselves
Yeah,
to these spiders.
My endurance was taken.
Lucerian will look
Keep
over
going.
to Soria and say, you see, we have to find some way to negotiate, to garner a peace, else this will be too much loss. Soria just huffs a bit and says, in my experience, you show people that you're willing to lose and they'll give up eventually. Especially when we hold all the cards. Sarian just shakes his head. Looks back to your group. You all seem to have some sense. You're peaceable and helpful. You don't want to stay in one spot for too long, but if you ever have the time... Here. Do you have a compass?
Idrina will look at Korik and Scarlet and kind of like shuffle her feet towards Loreleth.
Scarlet will cast a message on to Yadrin and said, I think it should be okay.
Idrina kind of like nods and just scurries on over to Lady Soria with this compass. You know, I'm sure you know, delicate little thing, right? But we trust you. Truce and all.
Yes. She'll snatch up the compass and quickly fiddle with it, then pass it back. Interesting little things, but I think I've figured them out by now. And that button there should now point you in the direction of our camp.
Thank you. Well, maybe we'll stop by.
Yes, you should. Might be a job opportunity for all of you.
Job?
We could always take on jobs.
What type of jobs? What type of jobs?
We're looking to clear out a number of locations, just a couple left. I am currently working on Samus's plan, but Lucerian here has a different one. But if you help us secure a path through Ibris, well, I would be willing to pay you a hefty sum.
We'll see what we can do.
You know, yeah, negotiations are probably better made at camp and not in the middle of
Hostile
bears.
territory.
Yes, they have eyes everywhere after all.
Mm-hmm.
We'll meet you back at camp. If you have any interest, join us there.
Of course.
Just gonna form them up into a little group. Lucerian will give a quick wave.
Yadrina waves back.
And then they move on.
That was the shortest conflict I've ever seen. That's good. That's good. I really did not want to fight her, guys.
Yeah.
Well,
shall we continue back to Dahlia?
Yes, I think we should continue back now. We wanted to see Delia, right? Or Delia.
And we stock on
Alright.
supplies as well.
Yeah,
Check on
still not
anything.
opposed to stopping by there while we're on the path anyway, so.
Better just to recuperate.
Yep, off we go. Wait, which way?
Off we go. Well, we'll use the compass.
Let me very briefly get you your overmap. One moment while I fix the tokens, but
I love the Ibris overmap.
Ibris Overmap is my favorite.
Yes. Best
We've
map.
left from the Forlorn camp.
Ooh, so this camp to the very south is the Determiners camp.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
And
Forlorn.
then what I assume would be north of us might not be. Who knows? In the web, who knows? In this realm
Mm-hmm.
is the web way, and then where we're heading is that way. Okay. Cool.
As you're traveling along, can I get everyone to roll me a d12?
Probably not concerning.
No,
Oh.
Six.
I don't want to.
A
Oh, I got a
D12
12.
ask for, a D12 you shall receive.
Okay, no.
Scarlet got the 12.
12 is.
Got a 12 at highest, 2 at lows.
Understood.
Oh no.
In your travel back, you can see eyes staring out at you from the darkness. Sets of them, they clamber away after you notice them, and they'll appear in different areas. You are being watched. However, other than that, you'll be able to return to camp.
Oh.
I don't like that.
Oh, this is reminding me of something else.
Oh god.
Gotta love when you are casually traveling through the local.
Jokingly, hey, Zach, on just a guesstimate, how many eyes were watching us?
You think it was more than one creature?
Oh,
But
that's not
each
concerning
time
in the slightest.
It was
at
a joke.
least
Mhm.
4.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I don't know if I need to make like a check or anything. Did any of them have a reddish or purple or whatever color, or like a pink hue, like they were one of the
Like they were one of the witch?
executioners, the people that take things.
Ah, there was a faint glow to them, yes. But you don't think it was an executioner.
Oh, I don't. Okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
This is not
Sure.
terrifying.
Yeah, it's not terrifying at all, Zach. It's not terrifying at all.
Seeing as you went this way, and you will return from this side instead. Where are you, Alcoric? Scarlet. Moraleth and Udrina. Also, I'm going to say Cyrus is with you.
Yes.
Okay.
Cyrus, even. The curse of the first way I said his name. And you may all join me on the campway. You see the familiar fire for a long ways away. From that point, you don't need the compass anymore.
Can I ask something
Mhm.
real quick? Do we see any of the eyes as we get onto like the platform the camp is on? Or they are gone now?
Looking back as you're reaching the platform, they appear to be gone now, but they were there just a few moments ago.
Okay.
Ooh. This
it's
reminds
kinda
me
wild.
of Barovia a little bit. Ooh.
You can say that again.
That's totally non-spoiling.
I think Scarlet will
Yeah,
get to hear
yeah.
and see what's their name?
Thalon gives you a cheery wave. Looks like he's been chatting with Delia, who turns over and says, "Looks like you all found Weaver."
Ooh, I cannot see the map.
Yeah.
Here. Bring you into the range of the fire. There you go. You just don't have dark vision. There.
Oh, it was because I was not zoomed in. Okay,
Ah,
thank you.
good. Well, as long as it's working.
Yes, thank you. Hello.
Welcome back. Have your adventures gone well? I hear you saved one of Weaver's warlocks. He motions over. She motions over to Thalon.
Yeah.
We did.
Well, he's been here for a couple of hours now. Thalon will speak up and say, I won't be staying too long, but I wanted to come and say hello.
Oh. Why aren't you staying too long? Are you just not a fan of a lot of company?
No, I just have things I ought to be doing, that's all.
Gotcha. Is it possible to do an insight check? Or
Yeah, sure.
okay. I'd like to try to read his body language. Okay. Incited.
Well,
So, you think he's telling the truth, right? But there is just something a little bit uneasy about him, a little bit off, which you've read before. And before you thought maybe he was just lying to you all in some way, or trying to deceive you in some way. But getting a solid read like this on him as he's sitting there, trying to explain why he'll be leaving, you think it's more that he can't say, rather than he doesn't want to.
I see. This is exactly what I was hoping for. Thank you, Zach. Okay. Yeah. No issue. We all got little things we gotta do. Like, we cooked some eggs today, right?
Talia raises an eyebrow. Why did you get eggs? I didn't bring any, did I? A bean?
Corey pulls out his bag of beans.
Bean eggs. Well,
They were certainly something.
Yeah, you all look a little bit tired.
Scarlett's just full on laughing because she keeps replaying it in her head because it's really funny that everyone else got hit, and she's just like, "I'm perfectly fine. I'm actually a little wiser now."
I thought they'd be good, but they were like all multicolored. Can't trust eggs these days.
Guess not. What a statement.
It tasted pretty much like an egg. They just
Yeah, they were like good,
Oh,
except that they like hurt.
Didn't agree.
yeah,
with
they don't
you.
react too well in your stomach. I do not feel like throwing up.
They caused very bad indigestion.
Well, now that you're back here, let's get you something proper to eat. She'll stand up a little bit, pull over to a couple of the different crates, pulling bits of food and whatnot out of different kinds. Fallon will get up too and say, "Yeah, would one of you get me something to cook in one of the pots or skillet or something?"
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Adriana gets a big old pot.
Absolutely.
Got the pot.
And she'll like wave a hand over a portion of the fire and it will dim in a section where she'll put the pot on top.
Okay, so hold on. So part of the fire is just this roiling fire.
Yes, and there
And
is
then
like
part of it's just this dim enough to put a pot to heat.
Yeah, there's like a section like this that is not blazing anymore, but the rest is.
Oh my god.
I don't know why that's a funny image to me, but it's just
Kind of
funny
is.
because there's this pot and then there's just a roiling fire behind it.
You gotta love magic fire.
Surface or food?
Yeah.
Delia chuckles and starts putting things into the pot. It looks like she's going to cook some kind of stew with rice.
Yum.
Ah. I suppose I'll want to hear all about your journeys, but for the moment, she'll look over to Thalon. Dear, would you mind going over to the statue and checking on it for me? You did say you knew how these things worked. And he'll look around a little bit, uncertain, and then back to her. If any of you wants to cut in, you're free to, but... Sure, I can do that. I'll be right back.
Statue? I know we have that one out there, but...
Well, it's more of an excuse. Do you all want me to send him away?
It's fine. He could have stayed. I don't think there's anything in particular that we have to hide from him. At least
But-
as of yet.
No.
There's the people. The other the what are they called? What oh god.
The
I-
Forlorn?
Yeah, there were the forlorn people.
I'm not even thinking that. I'm thinking about all those eyes watching us earlier.
Yeah, that was quite concerning.
Hmm. Weavers, warlocks are not always treated the kindest. Their pacts are often filled with strict pieces. Sometimes they don't even remember it at all.
They don't get to remember their contract.
Sometimes. I'd like everyone except Laureleth to make me an insight check.
Oh, wait, let's
There
go.
I.
Insight.
Mm.
Looks like Yadrina will catch this. There's a brief moment when she's kind of panning between you all where her eyes flick back to Laureleth as she says that. You'll catch it as well, Laureleth.
Sorry, Trina's going crazy right now.
No worries.
Choo choo.
I thought there was a train in Ibris going by.
Hey,
Training
God,
party
I
code for Laura for real.
Here, let me get some chill music. That's a little sad. Maybe we'll just go back to some classic fantasy. There we go. You're in a safe zone right now.
Yay.
I'm not gonna get jumped. Let's go.
Oh, well, maybe. I hope not. But Yadrina kind of catches Delia doing the little eye flick to Laureleth and kind of like looks at Laureleth for a minute. Nothing about her really seems too odd. Just seems like a sorcerer. But there's an itch. There's a little scratch there. A little gut feeling. That's not telling her to pry further. To just keep an eye on her. This doesn't seem like something that will be going away anytime soon.
Well, there's a Weaver of Warlock that knows about their pact just over there. And, it might be a useful information source. But you can be certain that anything we say in their presence is going to be reported back in one way or another. So, I can always come up with a reason to send them away. Or I can just ask them clearly. Or we can have them share our fire and deal with the consequences later.
Yeah, we might want to avoid speaking about the Forlorn with them.
I feel I don't quite know how to put this, but I don't feel like they're, I guess, evil per se, right? But if everything gets reported back to Weave, I think it might be best if they go. And I mean it in the nicest way possible.
I think they said earlier that they had things to attend to as well, but I also don't think they have much of a choice but to report to Weaver. And
Yeah.
we could go the entire night not talking about it, but that wastes a night in Ibris.
Yes.
We need to be smart about it.
Good thing.
Especially if we're talking about what we need to do next.
Tell you what, how about I send him off and say you can all say you'll go and visit him later. Alright?
Sounds like a plan.
That'll work.
I don't want to hurt his feelings.
I'll be nice.
Thank you.
Delia cracks her knuckles.
Oh no.
Oh.
Hmm.
Korik's gonna listen very carefully to see if there's a whack of some sort, as if someone's getting punched.
There's some quiet muttering between the two. The fire flares for just a second. You can see Thalon nodding. He gives a wave in all of your direction.
Korik waves back.
Loyalist's gonna give a small wave back. You guys think the soup got burnt?
No, I shan't.
You give a
Runs
quick
over and
check
checks on the
over.
soup.
There's a couple bits of ash that have fallen into the top of it.
No.
But that's good
okay.
flavor.
More flavor. Oh my god, we think so alike. You know, I feel like if you just put like some worm poison bitters, right?
No
tastes
poison.
better.
Not all of us can handle poison as well as you.
You can add it to
Scarlet-
your bowl.
Scarlet clutches tightly on her bag that's holding her vial of purple worm poison and moves it on the other side of her shoulder, away from you, Drina.
I am not going to drink your poison. I know better than to do that. You only need a couple dashes, anyways.
Yeah, a couple dashes to kill half of the party here.
Oh my god. I have a quick thing, Zach.
Mhm.
You don't have to do it now, but you have my token has not been changed yet. It is okay.
Oh,
I just wanted to...
I apologize.
No, you're good. I just wanted to bring it up. That is
Oh,
all.
yeah, can I also eventually get the cloak Yadrina gave to him, Lorelith, a session or two ago in my inventory soon? Just replacing
Yeah, if
this
you'd
one.
like. Yeah, it's just...
Thank you, Zach.
Yeah. Delia sits down.
Korik's gonna sit next to Delia and ask her, have you heard of an executioner?
Doesn't real. I mean, I know what the word means. I assume there's more meaning to that.
In a way, yes. Apparently, there's a spider that's known as executioner.
Hmm.
You can take things away. You can pry into our minds.
Endurance, skills, and stuff like that.
That's dangerous. Plays off of your own strengths.
Yeah.
Sure, at one point it tried taking fireball off me. Simplest way to explain it.
It took my endurance to keep going.
And I guess if there's one around, we'll just have to make sure we squash it first.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It is the little bit of pest control.
Just a bit. But certainly waiting about for the spiders to come is no way to battle them. I think we take up the Determiners, at least the little mercenary group, and clearing out some places. But I don't think I want to do anything more than spiders.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, if we start clearing faces out, it poses the risk of them strengthening their everything.
Yeah.
We also still
I
need to go seek out
still-
that. It was a sword, right? For the forlorns.
Forlorn. Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think we should do that first instead of clearing things out. We're already being watched as it is.
Let's move quickly and quietly then.
I can make us non-seeable, possibly. But y'all wouldn't be able to see. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind.
Worst
Corey's
comes to worst,
gonna stir the stew.
Absolutely, give it a quick stir. Looks like something you'll be able to pull from for the rest of the night if you want.
I mean, granted,
We
worst
gotta
comes to
bubble
worst,
that
I could probably teleport us out of immediate danger. If shit hits the fan.
Corey's gonna fill a few bowls and pass them around.
Scarlet pulls out a tinier bowl that's like just barely bigger than Apple and pours half her bowl in it and then sets it down next to Apple.
Absolutely. And Apo just starts, like, falls into the bowl almost and starts munching at the liquid. Tiny little thing.
I love him. He is like,
Adriana talks to Loreleth while taking a few bites of stew.
Yeah.
How do you learn Fireball? How do you learn to conjure such a thing? Because, you know, I had my little fair share touches of magic, but I never got very far in it. How did you, like, connect with that part of you?
It's hard to explain. Well, in common at least.
No, I get it. It's kind of like it just happens, right?
Yeah, I had some assistance from family and such, but bit hard to explain sorcery and shit.
No, yeah, I understand. But you're a very powerful ally, and I'm glad you've stuck around with us. I'm glad you're here. She's
Oh my
actually
God.
very happy.
oh my god, a new Scarlet token just dropped, guys. Oh my god.
Whoa, there she is.
And there she is.
I feel like just because like Scarlet's whole reason for like traveling to the domain, when she hears help from family, the image of Dorismus pops in her head, and then also her parents, and there's like this. There's a cold stare that goes over her eyes, and then she just goes back to watching Apo.
Delia seems to notice and says, deciding to break some barrier here, some invisible barrier. Have you all discussed why you're here yet?
I actually don't think we have.
I don't think we have.
I
Ah.
don't think we have either.
And she goes over, and with her bare hands, she picks up the pot and puts it down next to the fire. And lets the fire roar back up. I think I'm going to give you all some time to talk. Alright?
Okay.
Okay.
Well, everyone, let's get to know each other.
I think
But this feels a little one-sided.
It does.
This actually feels incredibly one-sided.
yeah, I was about to say there's a lot more of us who know each other than
Okay, let's start this way. Lorla, what do you want to know about us?
Kind of a loaded question.
You know, a lot of questions are going to be loaded in the next 15 minutes, so might as well give them all
Fair
you
enough.
got. Graphic design is your passion?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I was just about to say that. It's just about
It's soup.
Okay. Lorelith, if you don't have any questions right now, that's okay. We'll brainstorm. It's all good. But I'll tell a little bit about myself. Some of these two don't even know half about me, so we have plenty of time to all learn new little tidbits about each other. Right? That's all right. I'm here to save my friend's soul. He sold his soul a long time ago to another person who sold that soul to the gambler. That's at least how I think it goes. And that's why I'm here. Well, not exactly in Iberus. The gambler isn't in Iberus. I don't even know where the gambler is. But that's why I'm here. I come from a small collection of islands, and I met these two while trying to find my friend in a little place called Barovia. And I'm sure these two can tell you more about themselves, but that's just a little bit about me.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
As you already know, my name's Korik. I'm just accompanying them on their journey. I haven't thought about the true purpose here yet, but I'm sure I could find one.
Korik's very noble.
Yes, I am a courtier, so
Not you, Scarlet.
Telling about myself is a loaded question that many of you know. I think Scarlet clasps the chest plate of her armor and pulls it down enough where the chain indents are visible, and it's like I was, to put it in lighter terms, traded many times. And then I finally had enough. There's a reason this hammer goes with me everywhere. I killed the last person who attempted to keep me as, in their words, quote-unquote, pet. That I did not like. I finally had enough and broke free. Before Barovia, I lived in isolation in the woods. And then just kind of got a letter and then started walking through the forest and ended up in Barovia. And then, Barovia happened. I met my brother that I thought would be dead. And he told me more about my parents. That's why I'm here. As she says that, she takes the locket and kind of opens it up. And it's now she's now gotten a new one, and it's now a 3-1. With her in the middle, Durismus on one side, and then her parents on the other. And then she just kind of closes it. My brother, Durismus, they weren't good people. Not a lot of tieflings have money to get a full gold locket. We were used as bargaining chips for debt. And that debt came up to them. I don't even know where they are here. I just know that their souls are here somewhere. Not in Ibris, just somewhere.
Korik makes his way over to Scarlet and gives her a hug.
Aw.
Adriana gives
Scarlet-
Scarlet a little pat on the back.
Scarlet accepts it, and that's kind of it. See, I feel like there's almost a part where she cries, but she kind of just keeps it to herself for later.
Hey, Scarlet.
Hmm.
I know what cheer you up.
Hmm.
He
I know what you're
summons
gonna do.
Boone.
Yeah.
Scarlet full on tackle or grips Boone and lifts him up
All right, one moment.
because Scarlet can. Because Scarlet's really fucking strong.
Let me get this properly set up.
Hey, you, Lorlath. You got some time to brainstorm some things up, but now we gotta put you in the hot seat, right?
You don't have to tell us everything. Just what you feel comfortable telling us.
Yeah.
Okay, apologies. I fucking dropped my brain cells or shit for a second there.
Hmm?
Uh,
I just let them talk.
you grew up in family of sorcerers for the most part. Magical knowledge and power were held in very high regards there. You kind of say they're kind of why I'm here, but a bit complicated.
It's fine. You don't have to tell us everything. Just what you feel comfortable with.
But yeah, aside from that, I've done small bit of traveling. Nothing much, but
But you're quite strong. And that's commendable. So, I can't wait to hear about the adventures you've had. When you feel good sharing about them.
I haven't really had anything as big as this yet. But
As Eugenia says this, Scarlet pipes up and is like, not as strong as me though.
look, I am
As a-
not planning on fighting you
joke.
anytime soon.
It's mostly a joke, but like it's in a joking voice.
It's gonna take an educated guess and doubt fireworks as well on you as it does the mercenaries.
I think Scarlet gets up, puts her whole hand into the fire.
Absolutely. You take 3 points of fire damage after your resistances.
It hurts a little bit, but not much.
Corks go over to Lorelith and say, we all got your back, as long as you got ours, and we'll be great friends by the end of this.
There's a splash of water in the background. It appears Delia has summoned a bunch of water above Cyrus.
Oh no!
Hey! Adriana turns around.
And she
I
hands him
worked so hard on that!
she hands him a scrub brush. Says, I don't need to be blue.
I want to point
Fine.
something out of character real quick.
Mm-hmm.
That 3 points of damage is the first bit of damage Scarlet has taken. I'm pretty sure. That was all, my bad.
No worries. Wow. At least a little bit of talking done, hmm?
Yeah.
I'll have some soup, get a good rest, and you'll need to make a plan for what you want to do next.
Oh, delicious soup, by the way.
I'm glad. Just
I mean,
what
Apple
supplies
likes
we
it.
have. She kinda
But
looks at
I
Apple.
guess Apple kind of likes everything, so I guess that's not really a basis. My bad.
She chuckles.
Apple just kind of eats anything. She like takes a piece of like random paper and hands it to Apple, who probably eats it. He's cute though. I like him.
It's very cute. Like, bite at whatever you give him. He'll eat any food in front of him. If you put your fingers in front of him, he'll like bite at your finger, but it doesn't hurt. Really?
At least me, anyway.
Yeah.
Little nibbles.
Mhm.
Look at his little feet.
I think we'll
Sorry.
go for that sword tomorrow. Everybody sound good with that?
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
You're going to
Yeah.
ally against the Weaver?
I
I
Oh,
wouldn't
think
say we're
so.
allying against the Weaver. I think we're just trying to explore our options at the moment.
I don't know. He sounds like kind of a bad guy. I'm just saying.
What
He
would
is-
it mean to take down the Weaver?
we're not capable of doing it permanently. But
Oh.
Delia pulls a crystal out from within her pocket. It appears to be a very large diamond.
Hmm?
But if you are strong enough to outdo one in battle, then they will leave behind motes of their own memory while they attempt to reform. Motes of memory we can capture and use. Every
So what
demon has
exactly?
information useful, but Weaver will have the most. And what's more is if one of these demon lords has demon princes, my apologies, has the
No.
soul you're looking for, you'll be able to use their memory to invoke their authority for a very short time.
That's oh Jesus. That's a big deal.
It means you could sign the soul back over to you, or to its owner. And you can use their memory to find the object if you haven't already found it. All souls are tied to a physical thing. They can't exist on their own. A phylactery, it's called.
Oh. Okay. The image of the giant beating heart inside of Strahd's castle appears in her mind.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was his, right?
You're not sure, but it's a good connection to
Oh,
draw.
okay. Okay then.
Huh.
I think Scarlet gives Korik and Yadrina like a knowing look of like she's pretty sure the giant crystal heart that they fought like kind of tried. I guess she messages that actually. She just messages.
Yeah, that's a lot in one look.
Yeah. I thought about it. Okay, look, I'm not the brightest. Okay.
You're fine. I was about to say, Scarlet makes a look. You don't know what she's meaning.
Nah, she messages it to Yadrina. Okay, then kind of whisper it to Korik or just say it. I don't care.
Casually explains your entire life story in one look.
I look.
You're good.
The
you're good.
smolder.
Scarlet's face
so-
goes through like 8 different emotions just trying to convey it.
Let's not break anything then, shall we?
Yeah.
Adriana says. But I think that we should also be a bit careful about wanting to kill everyone.
I agree on that.
Yeah.
We don't
I
need
do
to
feel
make
like
unnecessary enemies.
Yeah,
Not
I do
No.
feel like the more spiders we kill, the more eyes that'll be on us.
And that just means that the Forlorn will never be able to make a home here.
Mm.
not every demon is something you'll want to fight. But it is the path of a hero to take on the challenges that are difficult. The ones that help improve the lives of others. She's going to stand up. It is the path of heroes to take on great evils like Weaver. For this one, I think I'll sit back and let you all decide what you want to do. But if you make a deal with every demon we come across, well, I don't know if I can condone that. Some of them are particularly nasty. So even when you make your deals, remember what you're dealing with. Alright?
Keep that in mind.
Goodness, sounded like
Always
my olden
wins.
days. What was that, Adrina?
House always wins. That sort of thing.
Yes. That sort of thing.
So the saying goes. You know, had a lot of time with that guy. Just hearing him call so many people chumps. I'm so sick of that word.
I bet. What does it even mean?
It just means you're a chump.
Buy a chump?
He never explained. No, of course not. But he was just. Oh my goodness. Just not a. He hung out with the weirdest people. What a loser. He hung out with me.
Yeah.
Everyone starts somewhere, don't we? I certainly had a lucky start. Well, some would say it was lucky.
What was your start like?
I was maybe 4 years old, and there were some monastery members that came down. I hardly remember my parents. I was handed over to the monastery because I had some kind of connection to the flame. I don't really regret it, you see. I don't remember them at all. My parents were the smoldering flame and Parum the rock and, the various Elden monastery members. Showed me what hard work means. Helped me understand some of my natural capabilities, how to control them. And it was a happy time.
Can safely say that you were probably incredibly exceptionally gifted, seeming that you started at 4 years old. Oh, not at all. Not at all envious, but I'm joking around.
Most of the monastery members started fairly young. I was particularly young. But I can tell you my teachers were good. They didn't start using the phrase Phoenix Eternal to refer to me. They just used my name. That was quite important. Can't imagine what kind of big head I'd have if I was referred to that way when I was a child.
Yeah. Yeah. I kind of understand just a bit.
Charlotte doesn't understand at all.
Well, all of you, feel free to have more soup if you would like. Otherwise, your tents are sitting waiting for you. I'll just relax by the fire here.
I think Scarlet will take Appo and go to her tent.
Absolutely.
Kind of dwell on her own thoughts. Dragging Appo.
Let's get some sleep, guys. We're gonna need it for our adventure to find the sword.
Can probably say that shit again.
And
He leaves Boone out there to take watch as well.
Boone will follow your commands and start patrolling the perimeter.
Cute. Adriana stays by the fire for just a minute more.
You can see a mostly golden. There's a couple spots he missed that are still blue. Cyrus.
A bit blue.
Delia breathes in, and the fire pulls inwards a little bit and out, and it pulls outwards a little bit.
How do you do that? That's a very loaded question. A lot of loaded questions today, but how do you do that?
Lot of practice. No, that's not quite right. I do it without burning anyone because of a lot of practice. When I started reaching my teenage years, fire would just sort of react to my emotions. It was a little bit scary. But I had the monks who trained me. And I had been training since I was very young, so it didn't take me very long. My eldest teacher, Nidal Tirensi. We call him the Mantle. Very old elf. Real strict with me. I used to hate him. Between him and the rock, boulder, we call him. Well, I learned to control myself, that's for sure.
Yeah. I don't know. I had a bit of a not weirder. Why did I say that? I had a different upbringing. I joined the monastery when I was quite a bit older. Actually, not even that long ago. Maybe 6 years ago at this point. That's wild. Oh, but it was definitely something. I don't think that I was very good when I started, though. So how would I get better?
Well, the times I saw the most improvement in my life were when I was very young. I looked up to the people around me. And when I had lost everything, and I put my efforts towards trying to rebuild something new. I grew a lot during those times. I traveled with Kristoff quite a lot. And with Rupert, and with Gigant. Would you believe that's their real name? Their given name. And of course with Alphonse. I'll have to go visit some of them again. I know most of them are still around, different places. Pick something you believe in. Something you need to do, and maybe you'll grow like I did. It's hard to express. I had to restart the monastery. I was the oldest one left. I was the Phoenix Eternal. It had to be me. I got to the end of it and I realized it didn't have to be me at all. But I'm still glad I did it.
Yeah.
To make something positive. She snaps her fingers and a little bit of flame twists out towards you.
Ooh. I got close.
Nah, don't worry.
Pick something positive.
Yeah. Something you want to see happen. Something you want to... Something that would make you happier. Just if it was around.
Okay. I think I know what I want then.
She smiles. And go get
And that
some-
was exactly it.
Aww.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to see people happy.
Well, maybe you'll find in a couple of the others here some purpose for the meantime.
Help me center myself. Something of that sort.
Just keep looking for something for you, though. Alright?
I will. I will. Thank you. I'm gonna go pop and take a nap. I'm really sleepy.
Boone circles the camp.
That's such a good dog. She goes to bed.
Everyone ready to rest?
I'm ready. And I will be right back.
You ready?
I would like to just go through the mind of Scarlet right now for like 2 minutes. Let me indulge myself.
Certainly, certainly. You would have been able to hear the discussion out there as well, as a note.
And I think hearing the word find something to center yourself resonates a lot with all the thoughts that are traveling through Scarlet's mind. And she just stares at Apo. Like, she's not really talking, she's just kind of watching him like run around or do whatever he does. Because she's like, as like the image of Dorismus, like the, I guess, fake body that she found of him, or like the message of him like just disappearing, or like whatever she found there, her the earliest memory she has of getting literally snatched away from her parents to that she now knows to pay a debt. It all flashes in her mind, and for a second, her pure white eyes, essentially, except for like a tiny ring of black to define where her pupils are and where her or where her iris, where her pupils are, and or whatever. There's a tinge of red that appears for like a split second, and then she hears something to center herself, and she centers on the one family member who's helped her, which is her brother.
Apple licks your face.
And then I think she finally goes with that. We're finding a center for now, at least.
Any other late night escapades? Then you'll rest. And awaken to the smell of something sweet. There's bowls lined up along the bench, filled with what appears to be some kind of relatively sweet porridge and berries.
Apple has immediately run off before Scarlet can even have a chance to get up.
Apple's trying to get at the bowls.
Adrena
Apple,
stretches
hold on.
and yawns out.
Apple, hold on, I'll give you some wine. As Scarlet takes 2 bites and then gives the rest to Apple.
Delia kind of chuckles a little bit and pushes one around the fire. She's actually gonna pick it up and hand it to you, Scarlet. I made one for both of you.
Thank you. Sweet.
So, what's the plan?
I think we go after the soul. I think in my opinion, it's might not. I think we can overcome it. I think siding mostly against the Weaver is our best course of action, in my opinion.
My question is, how are the Forlorn going to live here if Weaver can't be killed permanently?
That I don't know.
Her forces will be weakened, confidence in her will be lowered. If they've been living here any time at all, it'll make it a little bit easier for a while. Unless they have some sort of plan.
I mean, there's this weapon, but I don't know what the weapon. But we don't know what the weapon's for. I think they said it would help, but I don't know.
You better hear it from them, but maybe don't hand over that sword until you're certain.
Certain of?
Of their intentions with it.
Okay. Got it.
It'll be a valuable asset. And I try not to trust people in crazy places like this. Until I know them.
Yeah.
Corey.
I think. Nope.
Makes sense. Do you know someone named Nazim?
Haven't heard the name before, no. I travel
It's
pretty
worth a
far,
shot.
but I've not heard the... I mean, I'm sure I've heard the name before, but it doesn't ring a bell, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I had lots of people.
Delia, you wouldn't by any chance happen to have a pearl on you, do you?
I do. Do you need one?
Yes, I do.
Alright. If you've got 100 gold, I'll trade you go buy another one for myself.
I should have 100 gold.
Alright. You certainly do, so you can trade that out, and she'll give you... she'll give you a pearl, which you can use for your various spells.
Thank you.
Oh, what'd you need that for?
Identify.
Huh. Cool.
So that way, when we check out this sword, we can figure out what it does before we hand it over.
Yeah, that's really smart. Okay, let's get on to the sword business. Right, everyone?
As we're kind of like packing up and like grabbing more rations, and Scarlet is going to de-summon Appo for the time being instead of having him follow them around. Just because he's a bright pink thing in the darkness.
Not a bad idea, Scarlet. He also desummons Boone.
Poof.
At least yours is stronger, Korik.
Yeah, but he's also a bright light.
That is true. Or at least you can see. I give you dark vision, like every day. Or I guess
Huh.
every 8 hours.
Cyrus will
Okay.
kind of say, I'll catch up with you. I want to take a look at this statue too. Don't worry, I won't be too far behind.
Okay.
Catch you later.
If everyone's ready, I'm ready to head off.
Ready if everyone else is.
Do we know which way we're going by chance?
We do have it marked on our map.
Never mind.
I was gonna say, look at the compass holder.
Based on the distance, you know you're probably going to have to camp once in between here and there. But you may begin your journey. Can I get everyone to roll me a d12 as you begin
No.
to travel through the dark
No.
steppes
Oh, that's one.
of
Oh
Ibris?
god.
That's
My
a
roll-
Oh no.
Okay, no,
Oh, no.
I roll a 1 on a D100, I roll a 2 on a D12, now I roll a 1 on the D12. Should not be trusting me to roll shit tonight, good lord.
I'm.
Well, you never know what's good or not. I can tell you in this case, we're looking for a 10, 11, or 12 for something to happen.
Oh, thank god.
If you'd like, you could go to the webway, or if you'd prefer, you can avoid it.
I think Scarlet kind of like shakes her head. I'm like, I think we should avoid it for right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
at least for the time
Definitely,
being.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll avoid it for now.
As they're on their travels, Court's gonna talk to Scarlet and ask about or ask her, would you be opposed to those scars disappearing around your neck, or would you like to keep them as a reminder?
The old ones can stay. It's a reminder to never let her happen again.
Fair enough.
As she pulls out she pulls the bandages more over her wrists, like subtly to not let Korik see.
I only asked because I was thinking that the ring I have couldn't probably fix them.
Yes, they probably could. For now, I'd like to keep them.
That's fair. Well, my offer is open in case you ever want to take.
I appreciate it.
a night's rest comes easily. Can I get another set of D12 rolls?
Oh, God.
Indeed. Double twos.
Oh.
In your travel through Ibris, you pass closer to you pass closer into Malus Ibris. You can hear the rushing water, and then you travel away from it again. Until eventually you think you make out the edge of Ibris, or maybe it's just a particularly large island that goes particularly high up. There is... One moment. I have to real quick clear this because this is where the other party went.
Uh-oh. Party.
Here. And then we put you all down here. As I have one more map for you today. There's Scarlet.
Only one more. No.
Orleth, Idrina. And you may all join me on Quest Path A.
Oh my God, Quest Path A. Oh my God. Ooh, glowy things.
Just plowing backwards.
Indeed, clusters of strange crystal glow with a pale purple light along the edges of a sort of dugout inlet into the wall here. You can see some strange creatures, dragon-like, but humanoid. Not dragon-born, though. More frills, claws. Their faces are more animalistic. Muttering and moving about. I open to all of you.
So, do we want to go in guns blazing, or...?
Let's go in as friends first, then if it turns to guns blazing, we shall act accordingly.
Start moving forwards, Gorik. Make one out at the top here.
Hello.
Ah. Oh. It sees you and startles a little bit, stepping outwards.
Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. I was just saying hello.
Hello.
If you don't mind me asking, where are we at this point?
You are in place you should not be. Very dangerous. We killed Big Spider here. Very big. Bigger than Cart. Motions to the card.
We fought our fair share of spiders, so we're not that estranged to them.
Boss is opening door. Maybe not want visitors.
Door to what?
Door to stone thing. Yes, stone thing.
Can we watch?
He blinks a bit. You can come ask. Don't know though.
Well, doesn't hurt to ask.
He just kind of shrug and start leading you along. See a great number more who are all looking in as you approach.
Ooh. Can I try to identify what these crystals are?
Sure.
And could that be counted as stone cunning or no?
Sure.
Okay. Let me use that ability, because now it's so nice to be able to use that ability. And make the history roll.
Ooh.
Absolutely. These crystals appear to be luminescent, first of all, in property, but you imagine if you... They're quite sturdy, but if you did enough damage to them, they might explode.
Ooh. That does not fare well. Okay. She keeps that in the back of her mind.
Oh.
Just a little bit of bombs.
Could we
Around.
see Eudrina looking at them? Eudrina? Like, could the rest of the
I
party
mean, yeah,
see?
she's just looking at them.
Scarlet would like to message and ask what they have found out. If they would like to give me, if Scarlet the information.
Can Eudrina reply back?
Yeah, that's how message works.
Oh.
Oh, you hear like a little, like the definitions, you hear a whisper of the person's voice, and then you could respond back, and then it's over.
Oh, then she just, like, mentally says, crystals will explode. Don't damage them.
Message is basically the D&D equivalent of texting somebody when you're right in front of them, though.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Scarlet will message
That's
one more
funny.
time and it's like, I will only do it if I have to. And then not say anything else.
Is that 2 spell slots? What?
No,
a cantrip.
they're cantrip.
It's a cantrip? Oh my
It's
god.
literally the equivalent of texting.
It has like a very small range on it. It's like 60
Oh.
feet.
120 feet, actually.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Small enough.